Hey page turners, welcome back to Long Box, where I talk about the books I love, hate, buy, and leave on the shelf. As always, the most important part of the show is to support independent artists. And unfortunately, again, I don't have a book to promote. I don't have a book to review and give an opinion on because you guys aren't sending them to me. So if you got a creator-owned story, you're an independent artist, that you got something printed out there, send it my way. I don't want scripts, I don't want unfinished pages, I want something to where I can review it, I can flip pages, I can enjoy what you've got done. So that way when I tell people, this is where you can go to check it out, this is my opinion, go find out for yourself, they've got something to do. So if you guys are out there, you're working on a book, you got it done, you want it promoted, you want it, you want an opinion, you want a review on it, get a hold of me, send me your book because I'd love to see what you guys are doing out there. This week in Uncanny X-Men number 3, the Avengers show up, act all important, and get straight shut down. Eve does this whole time stop thing, gets everybody, trapped in the whole time bubble. Everybody's like, the hell did you just do? These new mutants, really, they stand out because they have these powers that we're not aware of. They kind of show us these situations that we're not ready for, so when things happen, you're just kind of like, uh-oh. I mean, she stopped the whole Avengers dead in their tracks, so that was something really impressive. Ileana, she's still creeping me out. I don't know how to take this girl in this issue. I don't know if she's a bad girl, if she's a good girl. I don't know what's going on. We kind of find out that Magneto drops a bomb on everybody, that he's the one that sold them out, so that's why the Avengers showed up. Right off the bat, Cyclops is completely appalled. He's insulted by the fact, and Magneto's like, look, I had to know what they were going to throw at us, and the only reason I did it is because I knew if I didn't show them where you were at, I'd never know what the hell they were going to throw at you. I never knew how big their army was. I never knew what we were going to be facing. So if you don't like it, Cyclops, you're going to have to deal with it. This week in Batman, we have issue number 18. Even though we've had Greg Capullo for 17 issues, I do feel like this artist did a pretty good job. I miss Greg Capullo, and he's going to be back here right around, I believe, issue 19. They got some big plans for issue 21. They're going to start doing the Batman Year Zero. However, we're talking about issue 18. This issue, we've seen some really good things with Harper Row. It was almost like she was trying to become Robin, yet not asking. And it almost seemed like Bruce, he wanted her to become Robin, but he kind of felt like it wasn't the right time. He's still dealing with the loss of his son. But she put him in his place. She really told him, you're pushing it too hard, you're going to end up getting yourself killed. And right off the bat, I feel like that's what Robin should be doing. Watching Batman's back, telling him exactly what he's doing wrong, or even trying to catch him when he makes a mistake. So you got my vote, Harper. All around a great issue. Next few issues we're going to have Capullo coming in, and then they're going to stop right there, and they're going to let all these other Gotham books start telling the tales of what Batman's going to become. They're going to take a step back, and what they're going to start telling is Year Zero. Everybody's familiar with Year One. However, it doesn't fit with the continuity of the New 52. So what they're going to do is they're going to take a step back, and they're going to try and fill in those years where between Bruce and Batman, and try and tell some stories that really haven't been told, and in ways that they haven't been told either. So I'm looking forward to what Team Batman has going on. So if you're looking for a good book, you're wanting to know what's going on with the Damian death, all those things, how they fluctuate into the main Batman book, this is definitely a good issue to see what's going on. This week in Batman and Robin, issue 18 was it was simply poetic. There's nothing I can say about this issue other than go out, pick it up. There's nothing to read other than basically a note from son to father. And just every single panel is gripping. It's rendered in a way that you almost want to come to tears, and it almost brings you to tears. So if you can find a copy of this book, go out, definitely pick it up because you're not going to be disappointed. This week we have Spawn 229. In this issue, Jim's trying to maintain that public appearance, that Messiah-like impression, if you will. He goes to see the guy that shot him a few issues back in prison to try and get a couple of answers out of him, see who sent him, who hired him. Reluctant to say the guy's just not giving any information. And we all know, if you read Spawn, you know that this does not end well for this guy. In the background of all this going on, you have Blood the Vampire trying to reunite the Holy Trinity. They had lost a brother in their ranks a few issues back. Spawn sent him to the Dark Zone. You don't really know what happened to him, so Blood's trying to figure that out. Help these brothers reunite so they can go back after Jim in the suit. All the while, all this is taking place, the suit's kind of gaining its own consciousness. It's becoming its own being, and you don't know whether or not Jim has full control or the suit is actually gaining control of Jim. So I'm just going to have to say this book is a pickup. If you don't read Spawn, if you do read Spawn, this is a book you're definitely going to want to jump on because it's really starting to flush out the new character, the transitioning from Al Simmons to Jim Downing. It's starting to make sense now. The Hunted, number 3. I'm going to say right off the bat, I didn't even read this book. I flipped through it. I didn't like the art on the inside. The story just seemed a little too wordy. I was completely put off on the inside of this page. I totally picked it up for the cover, so that's my review of this book. Walking Dead number 108. In this issue, we see a character that I see making a large impact overall in the storyline. He doesn't seem too threatening, although he doesn't seem like he's going to deal with too much shit, and that's Ezekiel. And let me just add, he's got a tiger. As soon as you see this character in the story, you automatically get this sense of power, you get this sense of nobility, and he calls his land the kingdom, so everybody almost has this knight and an old-time court, you know, king's court type sense. So it's interesting to see how that's going to impact the world of The Walking Dead. And just the character himself, it just stands out, and I can't help but see Samuel L. Jackson as his character, and I'm sure you're going to when you see the cover. In this issue, we see somebody kind of jumping from ranks, you know, they're switching sides. I don't want to give anything away, but I feel like it's going to cause a lot of drama in the next few issues. So if you're not reading this book, you're checking out the TV show, or if you haven't even heard of Walking Dead, this is definitely an issue you're going to want to jump on, because a lot of things are kind of slow, but it's a building point. So go pick up this book, check it out. The Age of Ultron number 2. What can I say about this book other than it's very, very confusing? This issue, we really don't see much going on. I mean, we have a lot of dialogue, a lot of banter back and forth between characters, those that are surviving, and really the most action that we have is Captain Suck-a-Punch stands up at the end of the issue. So overall, I'm going to have to say that this book is just, I want to read it, but however, it's not really giving me anything that says this is why I want to read it. There's no memorable moments. I mean, the only memorable moment of this issue is the last page, and that's Captain America standing up. So if you're a fan of Ultron, I'd say keep picking this book up, but right now it's really confusing, and it's almost making me not want to go pick up the next issue. Adding on top of the fact that Neil Gaiman has just announced he's going to add Angela from the Spawn universe into Marvel Universe, and it ties in with the last issue of Ultron, it's making me really, really off-put by the whole concept. So Marvel, if you're paying any attention to this, flush this book out. Do something that's really going to make this book stand out, and don't rely on a character that's brand new to the universe. Please don't do that, because I feel like that's just a cop-out. Ultron is way too powerful of a character to have the storyline falter that way. You can do some really good things with the storyline, and I hope you guys do, and you don't just work out cheap gimmicks. So please, Marvel, give us a good book on this. Don't just chintz out. Don't give us a foil cover every once in a while and think that that's, you know, there's your money. So if you're digging this story, please give me some opinions back. Tell me why you're liking it, because I'm confused as hell. I don't know if I want to stop reading this book, or if I do want to keep reading it just to see if something happens. I don't want to be disappointed in a book, and frankly I don't have money to wait to see if I'm disappointed. So if you're reading it, you've got a reason why you enjoy it. I'd love to hear it, because I'm starting to fade away on it. Vibe number 2. This week, Vibe really made me enjoy this book, simply because you see a self-doubt in this character. You see this character just not understanding why he's a superhero, why he's been selected for the Justice League, or even if he's the right person. I mean, you feel like you doubt the character just as much as he doubts himself. So it puts us in a really unique character position to watch him ascend, to watch him grow into this character where he has some confidence in himself. He has control of these new abilities. He's proud to be Vibe. And I think it's just a really, really good opportunity to see a character grow, somebody that has such a powerful impact in where this multiverse is going on in the whole DC. Not to mention, I'm really interested to see where it's going to tie in with the Darkseid, whatever you want to call him. So overall, I'm just going to have to say, other than the fact that this book takes place in Detroit, Michigan, what's up, Michigan peeps? I like this book. I'm going to have to say that issue 3 is definitely going in the pull box, and I'm going to check it out. That ties in this week with Justice League of America number 2, which right now I'm going to get into the review of that. This week with Justice League of America, again, Finch, man, just pencil these books. I hate when people ink it because it's way too dark. There were so many panels that I felt could have just stood out much more if they weren't just over-inked. When in doubt, black it out, I guess. Whoever's inking your stuff, I'm not even trying to pay attention to them because I don't like it. But overall, this issue was interesting. It kind of pulled the team together. It kind of made them feel like they were you know, they were a team, yet they didn't understand how they were even going to work or why they were even together. They were sent off to an island, and they got to see like a robotic Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and you're not sure if they're possessed or if they're like cyborgs or something. So it definitely foreshadows for a good issue in issue 3. So if you're loving this book, you're liking Vibe, you're liking any of the Justice League stuff, definitely check this one out. Deadpool number 6. In this issue, we have Deadpool facing off against George Washington and trying to take down the last of the remaining dead presidents. I'm going to say right off the bat, Brian Posehn's writing is just way radically different than Wade's writing. Although the comedy, being a comedian, Brian Posehn just has this element of dialogue that just comes off as slapstick. So even though it doesn't break the fourth wall as much and kind of interact with you as the reader, Deadpool is really definitely, it has all the comedy that you would expect. So I'm going to have to say, if you're not reading Deadpool, issue number 7 is a really good jumping on point, because issue 1 through 6 was a self-contained dead president storyline, and this next storyline is actually, it's supposed to be really good, really entertaining, and I believe we're supposed to be getting a new artist on it. So this is a good issue to check out, but next issue is going to be a really good one. Not to mention this issue, we had this really odd panel that almost suggested that Captain America was a necrophile. So I'm gonna leave that up to you guys to decide on whether or not you read it that way or if it was just me. Something about reinserting into George Washington. I don't even want to know or go there. So go out, pick up the Deadpool. You know you love it. You know you want some tacos, and everybody loves a merc with the mouth. We got Constantine number 1, and I'm going to say right off the bat, this is some high-level magical shit. So if you like good artwork, you like good storyline, and you like the paranormal stuff, this is the book for you. It just started this week, so you're not going to have to go back and try and find 6-7 issues of back issues to try and figure out what's going on in the storyline. This you can just jump right in. Current book, you know, it's something that you can back order still, and I highly suggest, if you're not digging the superhero stuff, you're not digging the comedy stuff, and you like some paranormal stuff, you're probably going to enjoy this book. So go out to your local comic book shop, check out on the shelf. If they don't have it on the shelf, ask your retailer. He's definitely going to be able to order you a copy. It's a good read. Check it out. We got Chew 32, and in this week, Chew is trying to become a little bit better of a parent by bridging that gap with his daughter Olive. We got Savoy trying to plot some schemes on Chew. We actually see Chew flop his nuts out on his boss, not literally, but figuratively, and be like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of my face or I'm going to hurt you. So it was really nice to actually see Chew stand up for himself. John Layman's really killing it on this book. Rob Guillory is just always awesome on the art. Every panel looks like it's just going to jump to life at any time. So you can't ask for better art. You can't ask for better writing in a comedy book. In the last page, you see an advertisement for Chogs. I'm going to scoot over so I can pop it up right there. If you don't know what Chogs are, that means you're not enjoying this book. So you really need to get some Chew in your life. Go out, ask your local retailer if he can order you the trade paperbacks, the Omnivore edition, which has, you know, multiple issues in it. So go out and get you some Chew. This is a book you really should be checking out, reading. I know you're going to like it. This week we have Superior Spider-Man number 6. And in this issue, we have Doc Spidey just trying to polish up Peter Parker's reputation, and all the while he's just tarnishing it. Everybody sees that Peter Parker is not on his game. He's just not himself anymore. Mary Jane sees it, the public eye sees it, and even the Avengers are just kind of like, is he right for our team anymore? In this issue, we see 2 characters, Screwball and Gesture, that just really want to get under Doc Spider's his skin. They just want to bug him, and they end up doing so. So yet again, we're given a situation to where Doc Spider could rise above it and be a little more mature and kind of handle business, and yet again he just takes the quick route. So this issue is just, it's a solid issue, and I'm going to say, if you're not picking up Superior Spider-Man, this is definitely a Marvel book that you should have in your pull list. This week we have Cable and the X-Force number 6, and in this issue we have a very awkward yet sincere moment where Colossus has turned himself in. During the Phoenix Force possession, he had a lot of sins, if you will, some blood on his hands that he has to atone for, so he feels this burden where he has to deal with his consequences. Wolverine's telling him, dude, you don't have to do this, and Colossus is pretty much like, yeah, I don't have to, but I personally do. I have to get these demons out of me. So while all that's going on, we have Cable trying to make a getaway on his own. We got Boomer and Domino. They're breaking into the same prison that Colossus is in, yet they have no idea he's in there. Domino sees him and she's like, hey, what's up, sexy? And he's like, hey, don't break me out. If you're here to break me out, leave me the fuck alone. Just back off. And she's like, nah, no problem. I'm not even here for that. Just, I want to say nice butt. Peace. And takes off. So this book, it's really pulling together right now. The team is kind of separated and they're doing their own things, but you can tell these next few issues, everything's going to start pulling together and you're going to see the typical X-Force books you know and love. Hey page turners, a couple of issues back I did a review on the Garbage Pail Kids book. It contains series 1 through 5 of the original early cards, and I had such a good reaction. So many people commented, so many people said, man, I remember those, I wish I still had them. A couple of people even went out and bought the book to enjoy it themselves. So I figured since you guys enjoyed it, this week I'm going to open 2 packs of the brand new series number 2. So, with that being said, I'm just going to crack these open. I don't know what's in them. They're still sealed, so all this footage is going to be raw. You're going to get to see everything I pull out. So if we get some cool cards, if we get some variants, there's plates in here from printing. There's glow-in-the-dark cards. There's like 3D, kind of like, you know, the prism type looking cards. There's just a lot of different stuff that you can get in these. There's even sketch cards. So if I pull a sketch card out of here, I'm going to jump in the air. My head's going to pop like Atom Bomb there. So let's rip into one of these packs. Yeah, I've had these packs for a couple of days. You know, I wanted to open them up for you guys, but I was just like, man, I could get some more packs. I should open these ones. But I saved them, so we're going to open them up for you guys. What do we got here? Oh, we got a sideways one. What is this? We got Roll Up Ralph. We have Fred Case. We have Frida Spirit. We have Shane Shovel. Mixed Up Michelangelo. We have a black border Rolled Up Ralph. Black borders are just basically a little more rare version of the card. We have Lynn Berger cutting the cheese there. What's this say? Deliver Roy. I'm reading all these backwards in the camera, so Deliver Roy. That's actually a pretty cool card. And then Doug Plug. And we have Ill Jill. I believe that's all of them for this pack. Yep. So yeah, our special card was the Roll Up Ralph. If you can see, there's a black border, and this actually is pretty common. When I get a black border, I tend to get the same card in the pack. So you got your black card, black border, a little more rare, and then your typical card. So let's open up this other pack, see what we got. Hopefully we get that the ever elusive glow-in-the-dark Atom Bomb card. It's the same card from the first series as, you know, the guy sitting on the cover, but it's just glow-in-the-dark. And it's the typical iconic card, you know, from your Garbage Pail Kids, so it's the one everybody wants. Got an awesome little insert card so you can't steal them out of the store. I don't understand why they put these in packs. I don't steal them, but I know people still do. So, alright, we got another Mixed Up Michelangelo. Oh no, that's a Disordered Donatello. We got the B card for it. Nice. We got Dwight Out. Frank Fruit. That's the B card for that. The other one. Hidden Herman. The B card for that from the other pack. Ty Dyna. Yeah, Ty Dyna. There's the B card from that one. Jolted Joel. That reminds me of an earlier card. I can't remember if that was an earlier one or not. Oh, we got Atom Bomb. Yep, Atom Bomb, but as you can see, this is the peace-loving version, where he's like, oh, I guess I'm not supposed to hit the button anymore. And you got the hippies planting the flower. So, new age stuff. Wait, what is that? Yeah, that's actually a glow-in-the-dark card. So, turn your lights off right now in your room, and this should glow on your monitor. And if you believe that, alright, we got a tray spray there. Got a Mothy Martha. A lot of these are the B cards for the last pack that I got. Headless Harriet. And then we're back to Disordered Donatello. So, I mean, as you can see, you're still getting the same thing that you used to get from your Garbage Pail Kids. It's the same type of artwork, the same type of humor. They've all got you know, all your little degrees and all these little comics and, you know, awards that you can put on the back. And then, let's see here. They have the, that's actually a pretty cool card. I want that one. But you can put them all together in the pages once you get like the full set, and it makes the big version of the card. So it's still your typical, you know, Garbage Pail Kids stuff. So if you're out there, you're looking for the stuff, I know they carry them at Wally World, Walmart. You can probably pick them up at hobby shops. I know the hobby packs, if you get them at hobby shops, you have a little bit better chance of picking up the actual special cards and stuff. So, you know, if you're out there, you remember Garbage Pail Kids. If you like them, if you don't like them, if your kids like them, just pick up a pack and just flip through them. I mean, it's $2.99. You get like 10 cards, and if you grew up with them, you're just going to laugh your ass off. Most, like I said in the review, most of these, they've got names of friends that you have probably. So, you know, my name's Mike. So, you know, if somebody gave me a mixed up Michelangelo and I didn't have it, I'd be like, that is the shit. You know, I don't know too many disordered Donatellos, so, you know, maybe Donna Peeker, if you're watching, I'll give that one to you when I see you. So, all right, guys, that's what I have for this issue, this episode. You know, if you guys are watching it, I apologize that I didn't have one last week. My back went out. That's one of the problems with, you know, getting older, is your shit stops to work like it used to. So I had to double up this week. I had 2 different stacks going on. I had last week's stuff that I tried to review. Then I had all this week's stuff that I reviewed. Busted out the 2 packs of cards on you. So I'm going to try and maybe I'll open up a pack of Garbage Pail Kids for each episode. I don't know. If you guys want to see some more of these packs, let me know. So, with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, to all the support, all the love, all the comments, the time, everything, everybody that's out there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't even put into words how much I appreciate it. All I can do is take all that love and support you guys give me and just push it into these videos and trying to give you guys some entertaining reviews and some content that you'll enjoy. So I want to say, you know, what's up to Running with Comics, k.i.a, Hippie, The Great Legend, Fat Stack of Comics, The Incredible CJ, Howler Mouse. There's so many people out there that I could just keep going on. I mean, if I didn't name you off, leave me a comment and I'll definitely give you a name in the next video, because there's just so many people out there, this community of comic book reviewers. Everybody's just really close niche. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of support. We're all getting together, there's Google Hangouts, everybody's just kind of talking comics, and it's a really good community to be in. So if you're liking my videos, go check out some of these guys I've named. Check out the people that they name, check out their friends. I mean, you're going to get some really good reviews on these comic books. You're going to get a perspective that you just might not have understood from somebody else. So check around, man. You know, we've got a good community here. So all you people out there watching these videos, all you guys out there that are making these videos to review, thank you so much. It's a good time to be in comic books. So if you're not reading comic books, you really need to be. And if you are reading comic books, hopefully some of these reviews are helping it out. So with that being said, again, thank you so very much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys next week. As always, if there's a book that you guys are reading and you think that I'm just not giving it enough attention, you think I should check it out, send me a message. I'll do my best to get a copy, and I'll give you an honest review. I just got to say that I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and if you do, a few weeks back, I did record a podcast with the Everyday Gaming Society. Typically, they do video game podcasts and talk and banter about that stuff. But they had invited me to come along. I opened up the comic shop doors and had them come in here and do our own little comic book men type thing. Just kind of interviewed me a little bit on what's going on with the comics. So I'm going to leave a link for that if you guys want to check that out. Definitely go and check that out. You can listen to the audio podcast. Here in the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to compile a short video with some pictures and stuff, the stuff that we're talking about, and post that up here on YouTube so you can check that out. Either way, definitely go check out Everyday Gaming Society, because they're showing much love to the comic world. They're showing much love to the long box community. So I just want to show some love back to Everyday Gaming Society. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Milo. Everybody over there, you guys are doing an awesome job, and keep up the great work. I shoot the show here at the Shop Comic Explosion in Lapeer, Michigan. So if you're in the area and you'd like to stop in, we're at 214 East Nipissing Street. We're always running deals and specials. Right now we have 50% off back issues, 25% off hardcovers and trades, and select variant covers for $5 or 3 for $10. So stop in, because I'd love to see you.